Good morning, 8th class. Now I am continuing with the same chapter. Now here the surveys become important. The practice of surveying also became common under the colonial administration. The British believed that a country had to be properly known before it could be effectively administrative. So, dear students, the British people they always believe that if the good administration is possible, it is due to the uh, you can say the good records available to them. So they just maintain each and everything in a record, and they try to write all the things into a proper way. So early 19th century detailed surveys were being carried out to the map of the entire country. In the villages, revenue surveys were conducted. All the records they were maintained. The effort was to know the climatic condition of an area, the fertility of soil, the topography, the quality in each and the vegetation in an area. All the things have been recorded. And by the end of the 19th century, census operation was also started, which were going to be held after every 10 years. Now still we are doing the census surveys. There were many other surveys they have done, some of the botanical surveys, archaeological surveys, forest surveys. Means they try to know each and everything uh, under the uh, found in India, you can say so. So, what official records do not tell? From this vast group of records or corpus of records, we can get to know a lot. But we must remember that these are official records. They tell us what the officers they thought, what type of rules and regulations they have made, how they have done the work, what they were interested in, how they have done all the things, or only the things they are available with them that they wish to preserve it. These records do not always help us to understand what other people in the country do at that time, feel at that time. So, for what we need to look elsewhere when we begin a search of these resources, as we find them in plenty, though they are more difficult to get than from official records. Yet it very much true, because the official records tell us what the Britishers they wanted to record. They didn't want to record the feelings of a person, of a common person, how they lost all the things under the British rule. How did they suffer under the British rule? Such kind of things are not recorded anywhere. Only the things what the Britishers they have given to us as an Indian, they are having only the record of such kind of things. So they just want to record their generosity, their things, or their work which they have done in India. Like they have recorded how they have expanded or spreaded uh, railway system, how they spreaded the communication, how they make the communication better in India, how they have done many of the efforts to improve the things, but they didn't have done to record the livelihoods of the people, what kind of things they were having at that time, how they have done the work, how they suffer at the time of droughts and famines, how the British or the rulers they try to just humiliate the common people. All such things are not recorded anywhere. So we have to look into this. When we begin a search for these resources, we find them in plenty. That though they are difficult to get than official records, but many of the travelers they have written many things about us. Even some foreign writers they have also written some of the good books in which they mention the real condition of the common people. Yes, my dear students, and the travelers, those who travel from one part to another in India, those who came India in search of the beliefs, in search of cultural changes, they have written a lot. Al Idrasi, many other those who are came here, they have written a lot. So, the leaders and reformers wrote many ideas to spread their. The poets, novelists, they wrote to express their feelings. All these resources, however, were produced by those who were literate. Now, here one more question is there, that the person, those who are the literate, they are able to read all such resources that are still available to us, but not for the illiterate person. The illiterate person, they are not even able to stand how history was experienced and lived by the tribals and the peasants, the worker in the mines or the poor on the streets. Getting to know their life is a more difficult task. Yes, my dear student, due to the Britishers, the tribals, peasants, craft persons, workers, poor people, they suffered a lot. Even the Britishers, they have made the separate things, separate areas for the Indians. The living condition was very poor. Nobody liked to live in such a area. It was very dirty. No water, no proper sanitation was there at that time. So that living condition was provided to the poor Indians or the poor people. But the Britishers, they themselves live in a proper area, in a good places, and they were having a good salaries also, but not the Indians. They were having such kind of things. So, students, we have discussed so many things here about the conditions of the Britishers, what the things they have developed, how they just introduced many of the changes. Here, I just want to discuss some of more things with you, that the Britishers, they just thought that all the Indians are illiterate and mannerless. So they try to inculcate values and manners in India. That's why they have introduced Christianity, because they had a belief, if Christianity was introduced in Indians and all the Indians, they adopt Christianity, so they will become more mannerful person. They will become more. They will become a better person. They will behave well, and definitely they follow Britishers also. Yes, my dear friends, as we know, the Britishers, they came here only for the trading purpose. But later on, when they realize that they are having problems in settling here, so they try to control over the area. First of all, they controlled the Bengal area. The main purpose was to earn money, and that's why they have introduced so many things here. They try to convince the rulers, they try to convince the people, and ultimately they controlled all over India. So that is all for the day. And you, while studying history, if you are studying a chapter, reading a chapter twice or thrice, then you are able to uh, understand it fully. If you find any of the difficulty in while discussing this chapter, you can ask your queries. If you are reading chapter again and again, then only you just create your interest in history. It's a very good chapter. It's a base of our history, in which the Britishers, how they entered in India, how they try to control, what type of things we are having at that time. All such kinds we have discussed here. So we have discussed the chapter thoroughly. Still, if some confusions are there, so I have given PDF file also to you. I have shared that file also to you, so you can read that thoroughly, because nowadays, as the things are there, you are staying at home, so you have the sufficient time to read the chapter. The reading is a good habit. If you are developing it, definitely you will get your success Because when you are able to sit properly and studying properly, so that will improve your caliber also. So in tomorrow video we will discuss the question answers, and you try to solve or to try to find out the question answers from the book. So that is all for the day. Have a nice day.